I'm going to explain the Islamic perspective on this. Now, remember before, we looked up what the word Islam directly translates to in English. Submission to the will of God.
Right.
Right? So, I believe, as a Muslim, that throughout time, God sent messengers preaching submission to Islam, submission to God, Islam. Okay? Moses, for example, we believe that he was a Muslim, a messenger on behalf of this creator. He was given the message of submission to God, right? That's what he preached. Then after he died, what happened? People took his book, they added, they took stuff away from it. So submission to God then broke off into Judaism, right? Okay. Then what does Jesus come and preach? He tries to get everyone back on the right path. He preaches submission to God. In the Bible, he says, "Hear, Israel, your Lord is one. Worship nothing but God." He's very clear about that if you actually just read his words, not what people attribute to him. And then what happens after Jesus? He ascends to the heavens, as we believe too, and people start worshiping him instead of worshiping God himself, instead of following submission to God, right? Mm-hmm. So submission to God with Jesus then broke off into Catholicism, which then broke off into Christianity and Protestantism, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So then the Prophet Muhammad comes, peace be upon him, and he preaches the same exact message as all the other prophets. So ironically, this is an ultra rage bait sentence right here, but Catholicism, Judaism are actually deviations of Islam. Submission to God. This is what all the messengers preached. So when they broke off into their own other religion,
I see what you're saying.
That's the Islamic position.
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
It didn't start with Muhammad.
That might be taking it a little bit literally, but I see what you're saying. In the figurative sense, you can make the argument.
Yeah, we believe it didn't start with Muhammad. It ended with him.
He
was the exclamation point. The final time. Basically, you guys keep messing up. You keep doing this over and over again. Now I'm going to send you a book you can't corrupt.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure anyone can memorize it that wants to.
Okay.
There is no more prophets coming. There is no more warnings coming. This is your last shot, humanity. That's why we call it the last testament.
Okay.
The final testament sent to humanity. And it is glorious and it is miraculous. And I would love if you came. Just come witness.
I will absolutely.
You don't got to pray. We're not
cool.
going to fucking kidnap you and strap dynamite to your body and fucking drive you down, to a building. You're gonna see something that you've never seen, bro.
Beck, I wanted to make sure we got to it because you said it earlier. What you believe is a misconception about the whole black cube thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people online that try to claim that Muslims worship the Kaaba, which is the black box you see in Saudi Arabia, right? And they try to associate it with the black Saturn cube conspiracy. Maybe you've heard of. Okay. First of all, that box is not significant to the Muslims. It's the land that it's on. The house is just a temple. There's nothing in it. It's completely empty inside. It used to be a rectangle. It wasn't always a cube. So all of you Saturn cube people out there trying to associate Islam with some ancient cult that worships Saturn, right? And then they tie it into the whole Jewish thing where they put that thing on their head and the tefillin, right? Because they have a cube. The Holy Kaaba used to be a rectangle before it was a cube. So that theory's debunked here on the Julian Dory Show. Stay tuned for more of the most interesting topics in the world. Just real quick.
Remember what we said, bro. Like the Muslim leaders of these countries, dude. Like a lot.
We
of
don't
them,
accept them.
They're in bed with the Antichrist, bro.
We don't accept them, bro.
The Antichrist will have one eye.
I think that's the biggest thing, man. I think if there's something you asked me about what can unite people in Times Square earlier, and the answer I gave, I stand by. Another thing, though, just like around the world that I think could unite people is not blindly trusting the leadership and the structures that have been put in at all.
I don't trust any of them.
The fact that we can't see when you look anywhere around the world, I could go blind like this and point my finger somewhere on that globe and you can't see.
A righteous leader.
Massive corruption and unrighteous leaders.
There's not one righteous leader on this earth.
That's what I'd like to think there's someone somewhere, but you know what I mean. Like there are just rot at the core along leadership around the world. That is something that people can all unite around and try to actually change it. And hopefully with this cycle we're in globally, frankly, like that can happen, I was there last Ramadan. This was my first time going to Mecca. And there's people of every single skin color from every single corner of the globe, different genders, different ages. It's so packed in Ramadan, bro. Like to walk a mile takes at least
an hour and a half. You're pushed up against people's backs. You're stepping on each other's feet. I didn't see one fight or one argument the entire time.
That's beautiful.
Not one. What else could bring people together like that? No sports team. You have Patriots fans that they both get a little drunk and they start swinging on each other.
Right.
You have people that like the same artists. They go to concerts. They're fighting each other. You have people in the same country. They fight each other. You have people like there's
Peace
nothing
and
else,
submission
bro.
to something that's above you. Therefore, the things that are right here, we don't need to fight with. Yeah, I feel you.
And this is, something that's my own personal experience. This isn't empirical evidence, but I've never seen anything else like it in my entire life.
It comes through, man. Hearing you talk about it. I wonder this about everyone who's, very devout in an organized religion. Does it matter to you that your religion is right when technically you, nor the person that would say you're wrong, whoever they may be, knows the answer to it while we're here on earth?
Well, we believe it's our, part of our job to simply deliver the message clearly and cohesively. So we don't believe that we can force anyone to convert. God says in the Quran, there's no compulsion in religion. So I don't even like debating, bro, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, it's harmful.
He's done a debate. I said, don't do it. I don't want him to do any more debates. I never plan on doing a debate in my entire life. I believe the truth speaks for itself. I mean, Julian, do you believe there's nothing worthy of worship except our Creator?
Sure.
Do you believe that there's angels?
I don't know if I've ever actually, that's funny. I don't know if I've ever thought, if I fully believe in that. Probably, yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that this Creator sent messengers?
I don't know.
So we can stop there and tackle this one point right here. Men throughout time came claiming to be a messenger on behalf of their Creator.
Right.
Abraham said, he's not just some guy that's spiritual and he's fasting and he's like, this is a way of life, some people say meditating, some people say yoga is a way of life. No, he came saying, I got a message from our Creator to speak with humanity. They're directly claiming to be the one that's communicating to humanity on behalf of God, right? So then you have to look at the evidences at the time for why are they a true prophet or not. Prophet meaning messenger. Mm-hmm. So with Abraham, what was his miracle? He was thrown into a fire at his time, and he survived.
His own father threw him into it.
His own family threw him into a fire, and he survived and came
he's
out.
Considered the
all
father
all the people around him were idol worshippers. He was calling them to worship God alone. At the time of Moses, he literally split the sea. And all of the prophets claimed to. They all called you to worship God alone. Jesus, what did he do? He walked on water. He turned a clay bird into life. He did plenty of miracles for the people. He spoke from the cradle in Islam. There's actually miracles about Jesus.
From the cradle?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's miracles in Islam about Jesus that the Bible doesn't actually acknowledge. One very logical one being him speaking as a baby.
Yeah. So
Like how young we're talking?
So we're
A baby,
talking
like
literally
out the womb.
We're saying figuratively.
No, literally.
No,
we
literally.
believe in all the
Literally.
messengers, bro. Every single messenger that Christianity and Judaism
But did
believes
they
in.
identify that way, or do you guys identify them as that because of what they did?
Can I? You
You
got
answer
this?
that one.
You got this or no?
No, you take it.
Let the spiritual leader do it.
So what the
Spiritual
Muslims,
leader
what the
says
Muslim says is the concept of worshiping the one Creator has always existed. The word we use is the Arabic meaning of that word, but the concept of submitting to the one Creator, or as we call it, the God of Abraham, has always existed. God did not choose just any nation. He chose the Israelites to give revelation, but he didn't choose them above humanity. He chose them to deliver the message. So what we're trying to say is Adam was the first human being created, Adam and Eve, right? And they were in a state of submission to the Creator, right? So they were Muslims because of how they lived their lives. The concept of submitting to the one God is why, if you look at all the scriptures, they all worshiped God the same way, as I also mentioned on previous episodes with you. It's the same reason why Jesus in Matthew 26, verses 36 through 39, prayed with his head on the ground. So what we say is God sent prophets and messengers throughout time, throughout history. He didn't just choose one nation. He sent prophets and messengers. Sometimes they were sent just to remind people of the message that came before them. Jesus Christ didn't come to change anything. He came down and lived as what you would call a Jew. That word didn't exist. The word Jew was more from modern history. They were the Israelites. The Israelites were Muslim, meaning they submitted to the God of Abraham. They worshiped the one God. We broke this on Danny Jones. We broke this on you. Viral many times, thanks to both of you, that the word Allah is the cognate of all three religions. Ilah or Elohim, Allah in the Arabic, and Allah in the language of Christ. Christ didn't speak English, bro.
Spoke Aramaic.
He didn't speak Italian. He spoke Aramaic.
He might have spoken some Italian.
So one who submits their will, Sonny just showed you, one submitting their will to God, and the word for God means Muslim, right, in Arabic. If we took the Aramaic, and I want you to do your Shalom Aleik because it's a great bit.
Let's do it.
You do it. It's like Muslim tag teaming here. So when someone is submitting to Allah, which is what Jesus did, or Elohim, which is what Moses did, they are submitting to the same God. It's the same word. So the concept of a Muslim has always existed. One who puts God before everything else.